Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.
There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me?
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Thank you guys for showing up. Today is December the 10th, you guys. We are in December and we got 5 days until we're going to have our Christmas giveaway. And no, I'm not ready. But I want to see who's all in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. I know it's Friday and everybody's Friday is Friday. We've been waiting for Friday. So it's done. It's gotten here and we all excited about it. It's all good. I'm excited too. So I see Brown Sugar in the building. Carolina's in the building. Sonia Watts is here. Angie Crooks, Rhonda Hayes, T-Star, Carissa, T-Star, Miss Philly G is in the building. Batcave, and Ruby Turner, Lisa Calhoun, Evelyn Seeley, Alvira Seeley, okay, Cherie Johnson, Gloria Bates, how you doing? Marsha Poole is in the building. She said, oh, there she goes, saying Marsha. Hey, congratulations, Debbie Canada, for being a member for 3 months. Yay! You're going to go ahead, girl, rock it then. Thank you for continuing to be a member. We got Katrina, we got Carisha and Nancy and Kay, Barbara Cohen is in the building, Barbara Cohen, and Katrina Hickman, and Miss B-Town is in the building. Hey, B-Town, Miss B-Town, how are you doing? Monica Hall, Lisa Taylor. Ooh, we Kitten Smith is here. Little Linda, Pretty K. What's going on? Sugar T, how you doing? How you doing? Sugar Mama's in the building. Sugar Mama, I got 2 tickets right here for you. Sugar Mama. She is in the building. Sugar Mama, where you at? Let me scroll on down before I forget. Let me scroll on down. Carolyn Walker's in here. Pretty K, Debbie Canada, Miss Philly G, Linda Starr, Loving God, Lisa Taylor. I probably done missed somebody by now. They're gonna be like, oh, you missed me. That feels so bad. So I'm trying to go. We got Tracy in. I'm telling you guys, Miss Dee Dee is in here. And we got Curl Small. How you doing? Tina Powers is in the building. Loving God. Carisha Brown, Lady K. Candy Richardson is in here. Kitten Smith, Angie Crooks, Miss Dee Dee, and Tina Powers, Sonia Watts. Carissa Polk is in the building. Did I miss anybody? Soldier Girl is in the building. I see you, Soldier Girl. And let me scoot back up to Sugar Mama. This is hard to see this, you guys. I'm sorry. It skips all over the place. But I seen you come up in here. Sugar Mama, here you go. Here's your tickets right there. 516-553 twice. Sugar Mama, you are now in the building. You are already in there, girl. I got you. Come holler at a sister is up in here. Hey, you guys, thank you guys for showing up. It is Friday, December the 10th, 2021. You guys, we do not have long. This year is going to go, and we're going to start on a whole new year. If you're going to wait to start your New Year's resolution, you might as well go ahead and get started. Hey, Tracy Ann, how you doing? And you guys, guess what? So I am still working on it. I did have a lot of other stuff to do today, but I worked on it a little bit. I can tell you I worked on it a little bit. So I'm trying to get it all together. But anyway, if you came in the building without giving us a thumbs up, go out, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it at the end of the day, you can go back out, take the thumb away or whatever. But give us a thumbs up to help the algorithm, especially if you don't know how to share. But we always have to ask you guys, because I know some of you guys say, I will share, but I forget. Or I don't know how to share. So we go through it every now and then so that we can help our algorithm get our family back in here, especially if they're not getting notifications. Some people get notification. Some people are not getting notification. So if you will please share. Sharing is caring. All right, you guys? And we're going to make that happen. Anyway, you guys, I got a story to share with you guys. It is not a good story. We may not even be here long, but there's millions of these stories every day. I see 6 or 7 of them. I'm like, which story do I want to pick? Which one? I want to keep you guys updated. That first of all, the reason why we tell you these stories is not to gross you out or anything or have a sympathy party, but so that you guys can be aware that this is happening all over, everywhere. People are taking the anger out on their kids. The kids are just coming up dead by the hands of their own parents, you guys. I'm gonna just be honest with you. By their own parents. And I don't know. I always think to myself, I didn't grow up like, hearing this kid. Usually the kid drowned, they played in some water or got hit by a car, but not that the parents did this and the parents beat them to death. Stuff like that. Maybe I didn't get to hear it because of my family didn't let me hear it. But I didn't hear of stuff like that when it came down to the kids. I just didn't. So people say, well, when did we start killing our kids, or what's going on now? And some people say it's been going on. We just didn't have the social media where now we all know what's going on from state to state. Hey, Batcave, I see you in the building. Hey, Lisa, Candy Richardson, how you doing? All right. So, it's a lot of stuff going on that I just don't understand. This story needs awareness. You picked a good one. It's extremely sad. Beautiful baby was tortured for days. Yes, he was. Yes, she was. I'm sorry. Yes, she was. She was tortured for days, and I want to share. And you guys know how things are. I tell you guys, it's very hard for me to go shopping. So what I normally do, I'm looking for some earmuffs, so I can hear everything. But until I get out there and find the right ones, because just because a person got some on, for sale and the little Bobby thing is moving and stuff, I'm not going to go get no, and I'm not saying cheap. I don't care if they were $2 or something, but it needs to fit my head and I need to check it out. If I can't check it out, ain't no need of me buying it. But we're going to talk about this story. And this is where the father, for an extended period of time, beat this little girl. And they call her Elena. She's 3 years old. Okay. It says the father of the 3-year-old of Elena was arrested last week and is facing multiple charges, including injury to a child, aggravated assault, evading arrest for allegedly beating the toddler for an extended period of time, causing her serious injuries leading to her death. The girl was admitted into the hospital for treatment over the weekend, but she was pronounced dead few days after. Okay. She was declared brain dead before they announced her to be dead. I just want you guys to know that. But the man suspected in this case remains Elena's father. They're going to identify him as B. Joyner. His name is B. Joyner. It may be Brian Joyner, Bobby Joyner. That's pretty much the B's I know. Bruce Joyner. But that's his name, B. Joyner, okay? They're not giving his full name. I don't know why that is, but hey, okay. But anyway, and he is accused for beating the little girl for an extended period of time. Elena's cause of death was listed as pending right now. And once the final autopsy comes in and the results come in, you guys, the father might be looking at more charges that they're saying. They're going to upgrade the charges because they haven't charged him with death and then, negligence and harming a child and all this other stuff, which comes in there too. Hey, Diane Harris, how are you doing? All right. And so the investigators was able to determine that B. Joyner was constantly beating the little girl for extended period of times. That was also confirmed by Elena's mother. The mother also said he would beat this child. Now, I don't understand why she's sitting there telling him, yeah, he would beat her all the time. You're the mother. Why? Okay, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I know some of you guys are gonna say, hey, she should be arrested right now. And I don't know if they're gonna give her a deal for state evidence. But she, how are you gonna stay with this man? And this is not like a day thing or a week thing, when they're talking about extended period of times, they're not talking about a day or a week, you guys. If he fall asleep, he probably wake up beating her. And I don't know why. She had a whole bunch more kids. We're gonna hear about it. But anyway, so the mother says that she confirms that, B. Joyner been beating this child. And who knew about what was going on in their Texas home. So this is coming straight out of Texas, you guys. Texas is something else. I told y'all don't want to play with Texas people. I'm telling you, not all of them's like that, but I'm telling you. But anyway, but she was unable to take any action, or at least that's what the mother's saying. She's saying like maybe she was fearful of her life, but she told them she couldn't stop him. I don't know why. They don't tell us the reason the mother gave an explanation why she could not protect this child. Lisa's in the building. She says the mother is just as guilty. Her hand, you said guilty. Okay, guilty. Her hands are unclean also. The mother needs to be in jail. How do you stand by and watch this monster? And they do call him a monster, you guys. Okay. So Elena's mother was home when the last beating took place 2 weekends ago. Okay? 2 weekends ago. On Sunday, she reportedly witnessed the fatal incident. Elena had 4 more siblings. This little girl is 3. So Elena has 4 more brothers and sisters, all under the age of 5. Elena's 3, so there must be a child 4, 2, and 1. Boom, 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 boom. This woman having baby after baby after baby, and you ain't protecting none of them. But anyway, the little angel was admitted to the hospital on Sunday with 2 black eyes. The baby had 2 black eyes, a broken arm, and bruises around her ear. She suffered a traumatic brain injury. They say the doctor removed a portion of her skull. This reminds me of Malia Davis. Remember, a portion of her skull was removed. Now, I'm gonna share this with you. A portion of her skull was because of the swelling in her feet. Family members say her severe burns that were more than 24 hours old revealed the abuse had gone on for days. Plural, days. The toddler was reported declared brain dead before she was pronounced dead on Wednesday, 3 days after the fatal beating. Meanwhile, B. Joyner was arrested the day after he beaten on Monday, and he was held in jail and faced multiple charges that might be upgraded once the autopsy comes in. You guys know that B. Joyner is well-known offender to the local community, authority says, as he was a long history of violence in other cases. Elena's family and relatives blames the CPS. Elena's family relatives blame the CPS of not intervening, despite receiving several reports about ongoing abuse at the home. Let's see how many they have received. According to the closest family relatives who actually knew that something was happening in their home, Elena's siblings had also been beaten and abused by their mother's father, by their monster father. The day before Elena was hospitalized, her 5-year-old sister was allegedly beaten by B. Joyner and burnt with scalding water. Elena's mother was saying the whole time that her husband was beating Elena. He was fighting like she was another grown man. Think what I just said. The mother said the whole time that her husband was beating Elena, he was fighting like she was another grown man. Elena's uncle told the news the girl's aunt alleged that the toddler's older sister told her during the beating, "Stop crying and he'll stop hitting you." So the 5-year-old told Elena, "If you stop crying, Daddy will stop beating you." You guys understand what I'm saying? These kids is trying to survive the best way they can. And all the adults is acting like they ain't got no sense. Family relatives and neighbors reported the father to the Child Protective Services in multiple occasions that one of the children will die if they still allow Joyner to live with the minors. Elena's aunt claimed the first call was made to CPS when the now 5-year-old was 6 months. That means there was no other kids. The aunt called CPS when the 5-year-old was 6 months old and reported and said, "Get that child out of there." There was no other kid but the oldest, which is 5. Now, she was 6 months then, you guys. Elena's grandmother reported, tried to take the children, but the CPS eventually returned them to Joyner's home. I can just see the mother going over there, getting them kids and saying, "No, you can't have them." And then CPS done stepped in and said, "You give her kids." Family relatives believe that CPS could have saved the children if they managed to take actions in the past. The latest report to the CPS was filed anonymously, asking the agency to intervene in the family's home. CPS officials confirmed they have been visiting Joyner's home following multiple reports, but they would not disclose the nature of those meetings. Ooh, so the aunt had turned him in, the grandmother had turned him in, the grandmother had stepped in, took the kids, and CPS went back over there and said, give her kids. Give her kids. What are you doing? You know? They started reporting something's going on when the oldest child, being 5, was 6 months old. What did the police say when they called the police? They don't have that report up here. They do not have that report up there. I don't know if it was, let me see if we can find it though. That is a good question. Like, how did this all started? Her name would be, let's get off in here. Let me see. That is a good question. Okay. 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 Let me see. Let me see, because it's got to be more. You got to know how to look for this stuff. Okay, it says Fort Worth family speaks about abuse before 3-year-old death. A family member of 3-year-old Alina Joyner said relatives and neighbors reported abuse to Texas child. Daddy, I love you. Shares details of violence that killed the fourth. Wow, this is really terrible, you guys. This is sad. I'm serious. This is real sad. What? Let me see. Alina died Wednesday, you guys, after police say her father repeatedly hit her. Their Fort Worth home on Sunday suffered from a heart attack. Suffered from a heart attack due to her injuries. The child suffered from a heart attack? Are you freaking serious? And she went into cardiac arrest. Family members said she was declared brain dead before she died. Okay, her aunt is Latasha Carter. The children will suffer days of abuse, she says. Carter said Elena's 5-year-old was beaten the same day the 3-year-old was hospitalized on Saturday. She said Elena was severely burned with scalding hot water. This is not just some guy that flipped out and went insane one day, Carter said. The state of Texas failed my nieces and nephews. A representative of Texas Department of Family and Protective Services said in a statement that the state has now removed the children from the home. Of course, DFPC is investigating the child's death alongside law enforcement looking into all allegations. The statement said there's a history, but the details are confidential per state's law. We have 4 surviving siblings in our care, and we're making sure their needs are being met. Now, they want to pull the kids, yes, and I get that because now one is dead, but she could not be dead right now, Carter said. Carter said she knew of at least 6 instances CPS was called and the children were not permanently separated from Joyner, as well as multiple calls from neighbors about the family. She said relatives reported to CPS several times and warned if the children were allowed to stay in the home with Joyner, at least one would die. The court in the jail record showed Joyner was arrested on Monday in connection. He remains in custody. Carter said the first instance of abuse was reported. Okay. CPS could have saved them. Carter said the caseworker would warn the family when they were on their way. This is the great aunt. The great aunt is saying that the caseworker would warn the family when they were on their way and had seen Joyner at the home with the children as recently as 2 months prior to Elena's death. Carter said another report was sent to CPS asking them to step in. Fort Worth police was dispatched to the apartments in the 2600 block of Merrick Street on a meet ambulance call Sunday at 5:31 p.m. Police said in a news release Thursday, authorities said Elena's mother told officers that Joyner had repeatedly struck the child and Elena was taken to an area hospital in serious condition. So the call came in 5:31 p.m. Sunday. The mother called the police. Detectives has been in contact with the medical examiner to determine the matter of cause of death. And the investigators into Elena's death is currently on the way. Joyner had a previous case filed against him on a domestic assault charge after an April 2020 incident in which he was accused of choking his girlfriend. I thought he was the daddy. Okay. So in 2020, He was charged with choking his girlfriend. I guess not the baby's mama. He received a deferred and 5 years of probation as part of his plea. Oh, there's just a little bit more, you guys. Oh, Lord. This thing wants to do what it wants to do. It don't want me to read it. I want to read it. Because you guys asked for this. He also currently faces charges of aggravated assault in retaliation from a December 2020 incident in which he was accused of threatening a witness with a gun. Going forward, Carter said she isn't sure what steps her family can take as far as legal action against the state once the investigation is finished. For now, the family is focused on burying Elena and giving her a proper burial. A GoFundMe was created to help with medical and funeral expenses and was taken offline once enough money was raised for the funeral. The fundraiser was $1,028. At this time, it was taken down because they had came up with all the money. That sounds like a really good family, you guys. So Carter said a victim of violence program has stepped in and contribute the remaining funds for the funeral costs. My niece would not be laying dead right now if it wasn't for so many mistakes that CPS had made. So many mistakes, she said. So many. Okay. That's it. What you guys are saying. I'm going to open up the panel. You can call in. Anyone that calls in or come on the panel gets a ticket. And if you guys got nothing to say about it, I mean, I know you guys are sitting back looking at this and you're going, another kid. But I'm going to tell you something. All these cases are different. I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling like, no, not just CPS let her down. The whole neighborhood, the whole village let her down. People knew somebody could have just stepped in and took her to the doctor and showed the doctor. You know? She's 3, so she wasn't old enough to go to the school. And even while we're in this pandemic, I think a lot of people, these kids is in a bad situation being at home with these parents. They just is, you guys. They just is. They're in a bad situation. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, Barbara. Yes, you do. Hey, this is SP.
Freddie Johnson.
How you doing, Freddie?
All right, how's everybody doing? I'm calling because what bothers me is how that baby suffered. I'm talking about a 3-year-old being like a man. I'm talking about, I know when I was in an abusive relationship, how it did me. And
Right.
this is a baby.
I know. And did you hear that it went on for days?
I know. I mean, God. Jesus. I'm taking it hard. Like, that's my baby. I just don't understand.
I know.
Jesus, I just wanted to come on and just say how I feel about the whole situation.
Right.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Freddie. Freddie's in the building. Freddie, I'm gonna give you a ticket. And Barbara, we already gave you your ticket on November the 1st. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, Miss SP, how you doing, honey?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Angela?
I'm doing okay. Mrs. P, look, and family, look. First, I want to blame these so-called neighbors. Second, the pandemic. Because you have to look at this. We struggling.
Mm-hmm.
We struggling to make ends meet.
Right.
And while you at work, your kids is at school. And at the end of the day, once you got everybody settled down, and you can take a breath at the end of the day. But being here, they done throwed out this pandemic, this COVID-19 on us. We're suffering. Our kids are suffering. And not only are our kids suffering, these women are suffering too. Because it's more than one thing to be a lonely woman and want to be loved, and you'll take anything out the garbage and call it love to put a Band-Aid on your heart. But it's another thing to let a man come in your house and you lay down with him and you let him put his hands on your children and you watch.
Right.
You tell him, you tell your children, oh, stop crying, he's gonna stop beating you. I don't think so.
That's what the 5-year-old told the 3-year-old.
That's sad.
That's really sad.
For an older child to tell a younger baby to stop crying.
Yeah.
Texas,
If you stop crying, he'll stop beating on you.
well, I'm gonna tell you like this. She told me, my mama told me, if I didn't let go of that extension cord. And I didn't let it go. The webs were bleeding. And you could keep hearing a wish or the extension cord. And I held it as tight as I could. I couldn't take it no more. And she said, let it go. Let it go. And I wouldn't let it go. And that's when she just hauled out. And she hit me in my mouth like I was a nigger. So I know how that baby feels. And then she said, look what you made me do. Go wash your mouth out. And I proceeded to wash my mouth, and that went my teeth. And when I went in there in the room and I had that towel to my mouth and I was crying, she told me, you go get in that tub. And the tub was hot, and there was alcohol in it.
Mm-hmm.
The abuse of these children is unbelievable. I don't understand why these people are just, why so much pain, Lord? Why? They didn't ask to come here. We didn't ask to come here. But if we had them, we're responsible for them. They look to us for breakfast. They look to us for diaper changes. They look to us for bathing. They look for us for consolement. But to just take a child and just beat them for no reason. It hurts.
I know it does.
Yeah, I can feel their baby pain. I can. It hurts so bad. She wasn't old enough to protect herself, and neither was I. I feel that baby's pain. These people are evil. They're evil. And Texas, it's getting so bad here. Till now, I go to the store, to Walmart, and I go across the street and I go to HEB and I don't go no further. No further. When it's night, I'm on my patio. No further. I am afraid. I'm afraid. This is it's just too much.
Right.
If you don't want these kids, have them and walk away.
Right.
You can leave that baby laying right there in that hospital bed in that nursery. They're not going to bother you.
Right. Right. You can leave them right there.
You don't have to let them get 1. You don't have to let them get 6 months.
Right.
You don't have to let them get nothing. You don't have to get them 1, let them get 2 days old.
Right.
Just tell the doctor to bring you the babies and let you know.
Yeah.
And as a baby saved, because all over the world, there are people are unable to have kids that want babies so bad. They're reaching out to other countries to adopt kids.
Right.
But I just want to touch bases on love
Okay.
in these kids.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get back in the chat and I'm going to finish listening and I'm going to stay woke.
Okay.
And I love everybody. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of us. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Amen.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, you guys, we've got Betty on there. Let me give her, Angie, this is your ticket right here, 516-554. That's your free ticket right there, Angie Crooks. Okay, we have Betty on the line. What's going on, Betty?
Good evening, SP.
Good evening.
And I'm not sure if who that was before me. Was that Freddie?
No, that's Angela Crooks, Angie Crooks.
Oh my God, if I could just have reached in the phone and given her a hug. I'm telling you, I love the Lord with all my heart. But when I hear these stories, I am so reminded of Revelations that we are definitely living in evil and wicked times. I'm going to get myself together in a second, but I just wanted to say this. I charge everyone that's seen them babies. She had not one child with him, but many. He would have died at my hand. God knows he would have. In his sleep. Because I wasn't strong enough to do it while he was woke. But the first time he hit my baby, the first baby, he wouldn't have got to another one. He wouldn't have got to another one. I don't know what it's going to take. My mother gave me away, and I thank God for that. I'm not talking for what I think. I'm talking for what I know. My mom gave me away. And I cried for years and I didn't understand why. But she had other kids after me. And now I thank God because I'm living. My siblings went through some things. I didn't. You don't want them, get rid of them. You can't handle them. You can't protect them. Give them to somebody.
Right.
We got to stop. It's not good. Right. And she had a heart attack.
Yep.
A 3-year-old baby. I'm going to jump back there. But my heart goes out to everyone who has survived such evilness. But God will take up care of it all. I believe that. Yeah. Thank you for letting me come up, SP.
Thank you. Hold on, Phyllis. Caller. Hold on for 1 minute. That was Betty. Betty, I'm giving Betty a ticket right here, 516-555. Betty's name is on there. Go ahead, caller.
It's me.
Yes.
I was calling in to say that it's time out for excuses for these babies and for CPS too. All this stuff that's happening in Texas it's way over CPS head. There's death after death after death when it comes to these babies. It's overwhelming. It's not enough help on these jobs, so they really need to rethink the way that they handle these cases, because a lot of times they go in and they're just taking the mama or whoever is the guardian of these children when they really need to have someone to go into these homes and really, look at these babies. The whole world needs to rethink this stuff, because I feel like now, like I said, it's way too much. It's more of it happening right now.
Right.
They go to school. Then once they come home, they're not safe at school or home. While they're trying to learn. If the teachers are not, reporting, because the teachers should be reporting it, but they feel like, if they report it, they got to deal with the parents. So I just give Texas an L, because they are losing in the battle for looking out for these babies.
Right.
To me, I feel that it needs to be where, I don't know how you can do it, but it needs to be rethought. If a woman comes in and she's got 2 babies, they need to kind of consider, I don't know whether you can really do this, but she shouldn't keep having baby after babies.
Right.
And if she does, cut some of them benefits. At this point, I don't even think it's about the benefits, because you get benefits if you don't kill them. But if you're going to kill them, that cuts your benefits too. So to sit back and allow any man, whether it be her daddy or not, that shouldn't have been allowed. That baby feet was burned, SP.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I cried like a baby when I heard it yesterday, because, just imagine that baby study saying, I love you. And, I can't even, it's just like God tells us, even when things are happening to you, keep the love within yourself. And that baby hadn't even learned that. But she was humble enough to, try to reason with him or just.
We hadn't even got to that part. The baby kept on telling him that she loved him, and he just steady beating her. And she was just like, I love you. I love you.
Yes.
And she was 3.
3 years old, and the baby and the other children, everything had been going on in that household for the other children to say, if he hit you, just do this, do that. Just thinking of stuff to tell her to do. No child should have to remember what to tell a grown up to stop hitting you.
Yeah.
It had gone way too far, and I'm not trying to blame anyone, but after a period of time, family, they keep saying, what they would have done or what could be done now. But where were y'all when this was, this baby is 3 now. Y'all didn't see no bruises on these children at all. Y'all didn't see no signs. When that man came back into the household as an aunt, I would have went over. I have and stayed, to see, what's going to happen to this child. I blame the mama. I'm sorry. I don't like blaming mothers, but because I'm a mother myself, but there's no way. He would have to kill me to keep doing that to my child and me stand around. I hate it for her, but those children are not safe with her. If you could stand to the side and watch a grown man, hit your child like a man, something was wrong. There would have been a time I would have lost my life, or he'd have lost his. Thank you for listening. It still bubbles over inside of me because it's happening too much, and we're just it's way too much, and it all needs to be rethought. We gotta stop, just saying what CPS can do. I've been a social worker my whole life for 30 years. And as a social worker at this time, and that's the reason I retired, they are just doing paperwork. The state got them doing so much paperwork to justify all this bull crap they're doing, and they're not interested in the families. Right. I can tell you that right now. I did not work at CPS, but I worked alongside CPS. All you're doing is referring and move it off your desk. That's all that's happening. And if anybody says not, I'd like for them to stand up and show me some difference, because it's very few. And the ones that care, they push you out because, they gotta shuffle their paperwork so that they can get the funding. Right. I know for a fact. But thank you for listening.
All right, thank you. Okay. We got Phyllis, and then we've got one phone call that I couldn't take, but we're gonna take it if I gotta call her back, because I want to hear what she got to say. That was Sonia Watts on the phone. Here's your ticket right here, 516555. You got the other side of that one. There you go. Okay, Phyllis, go ahead.
Good evening, SP.
Good evening,
everybody. I just wanted to say to the caller who was on before Freddie came on, I feel your pain, and I just believe that there's many other women, whether we're here on this chat or just women out there, that have witnessed this or even have been victims themselves, and let you know that you're being prayed for, you're being loved. But it's not just in Texas. This is everywhere. I live in Ohio, and there's things happening to our children here that will just make your hair stand up on your head. We have got to reach these women, as I said before, and our men, we have to reach them too. They don't know how to deal with that anger, and whether they're drug induced, whether they're demon possessed, or whatever it is, we have got to find a solution to this, because it's the children. And SP, that's why so many people keep tuning into you, because you have such a compassion for the children, and it's needed. And the young lady that was just on, I think you said it was Sonia. We can't blame all the social workers. They're just like everybody else. You have good social workers who will go that extra 100 mile, and then you have some that not. But they are overworked. I see it. They are overworked, underpaid. They do what they can do, and sometimes their hand is tried. But we need to change our laws. We need to learn to teach our people how to raise children, how to take care of a child, what is normal, what you can take and what you shouldn't take. For all we know, that woman might have been being threatened herself. Maybe she was being beat. We don't know the whole story yet.
Right.
And that might not be in her situation, but it is in many situations. And for us looking on the outside, looking in, sometimes it's hard for us to find any reason that somebody would not say something, because it was a child. But we don't know. So we have to keep praying. We got to keep putting awareness out, as you do, SP, and pray and reach out and give love, even when you're hurting. And if you're hurting and you've been through this and you never said anything, please open up your mouth. Because if you don't open up your mouth, it goes on. Then your children might be suffering the same thing and they won't say anything. It's time to break the silence. Break the silence for our children. Please, in the name of Jesus, break the silence. Thank you, SP.
Thank you. Okay. That was Phyllis, you guys. This is Phyllis's number, 516-6556. 516-556. You guys, there's the number right there. There's the ticker right there. Okay, caller, go ahead.
AFC, I am calling as another disturbed mother. But I'm gonna say something that's probably not popular here. Because I am 50 years old with a 23-year-old son. And my son just happened to have 3-year-old twins. And the mother of his twins live in a whole other state. So my daily thing is to call, FaceTime. Half the time the babies don't have time, but I just want to see them. I just want to look at them, put my eyes on them, make sure they're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm gonna say. As a 50-year-old that raised this generation that has appeared to be the ones that produce these moms. And now we stand in the seat of where we're judging them, but we should be judging us because we dropped the ball. Our parents never let us do half the things that we allow our kids to do. And my son is a twin. And his identical twin died at birth. We were in a car accident. The one was trying to get to her brunch. And his twin brother then survived. So as a parent, what we do is we try to give our kids every single thing that our parents told us no to. But we had in all reality, we had better parents. So yeah, our parents may have felt to us. Our parents may have did some things that the 800 toll-free number would call abuse today. Mm-hmm. But here we are standing in to see the judgment of the monsters we create. Mm-hmm. We the ones allowed our sons to sit on the porch with the uncles and the cousins and the street guys and let them show our sons how to use guns and drink liquor as small kids. We the ones told our daughters, don't go for get the man with the money. But you don't want no broke man. But guess who got the money now, SB? The dope dealers. Who got the money? The street guys. So what we told our daughters is going to school, having an educated man is not good enough because the money's on the street. So what our daughters do, they put on the smallest clothes they can find, but the longest eyelashes they can find. They find the longest weed they can find because they're in a competition to get the same street guy that the other girl is trying to get. The same street guy. So SP, it's our fault. It's our fault. We sat in church. My mother's a pastor. You were my best friends in the entire world of pastors. I spent my 30 years of my 50-year-old life sitting in the church, and I didn't go Monday just on Sunday. We went 7 days a week because my mother cleaned the church on Saturday. But here we are not understanding who God is. God is the same one saying, I love you all. You all are all a part of me. Little G God. But we sitting there trying to figure out why demons have infiltrated the earth. And we are under demonic possession. And the reason why is because the people who call themselves Christians won't pray. He didn't ask the wicked to pray. He didn't ask the wicked to turn anything around. He asked us to do. And the moment we get out of that whole thing of going to church just because we got our new hat, we got a new outfit, the color for Sunday is bright, is red, and as soon as we can understand that we there to serve God to help us as a people, and I just sit there and say that, yeah, the music good, the drum is awesome. My best friend church, you go there, you want to sing and dance, baby, I can give you the address. You can sing and dance for 2-3 hours where you so tired you can't even hear the word. What was the word about? Because I'm tired. But we forgot what our ancestors told us. And now we are the same ones criticizing the demons we created. It's our fault, SB. And what we should do as 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds in our generation is sit down with our kids and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I dropped the ball. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Our mothers and fathers never did what we allow our kids to do. Our mothers and fathers would let us come in the house if we missed curfew. Our kids come in the house, whatever they feel like, whatever they take the notion, and the lead then too. I'm grateful, SB. My son graduated But it took a lot of work and a lot of understanding to get my son off the streets of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I'm on your line today is the Bible says is we will humble ourselves and pray and turn from our wicked ways. He will heal the land. He's not asking me, Joyner, to turn from his wicked ways. He's not asking anybody who is on the other side of this crime to turn from their wicked ways. He's asking us to do it. And the moment we do it, He's promised us He heal the land. So until we as Christians, or the ones who identify themselves that way, whether you Catholic or Protestant or whatever you are, you identify yourself as a Christian. Until we all get on one accord and turn from our wicked ways, then it is what it is. Then we just got to be pissed off every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, watching people torture babies. And I'm done. That's it.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Wow. I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. Wow. I thank you guys. Let me make sure you get your ticket. Lisa. 5166. Uh-oh. Y'all ain't gonna let me get that phone call in, is y'all? Go ahead. This is SP.
Well, I guess she summed it up. I got myself together now. She summed it up very, very well.
Girl, she just preached, didn't she?
Summed it up very well.
It's our fault.
It is our fault.
Yeah.
Because you know what we said?
What?
I'm not going to treat my child like my mother did me.
Yeah.
And my father did me.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they started doing stuff they had no business doing, whether we were sitting on the front pew or outside, standing outside the church, we knew right from wrong.
Right.
When he had the first baby, she had the first baby.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have had no baby shower.
Right.
She talking something there.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I was a young mother, and my mother didn't make it easy. Oh, you gonna have a baby? This is what you gonna do. She didn't babysit. I had to go to school. I had to come home. Oh yeah. Because that makes you not want to go and have another baby.
Right.
And another baby.
Right.
And another baby.
Right.
But the part of beating, he didn't start with the babies. I'm staying with the babies now. He started with her.
Yeah.
When he hit her, she should have hit him and ran. Frying pans, they work. Glass, they work. No, I'm serious.
I know you are.
Has I been there? Oh, did you just hit me? Oh, wait a minute. I was playing. Oh, I'm going to show you how I play.
Right.
Because when they hit you once, they'll hit you again.
Right.
And we can't keep making excuses.
Right.
She said something very, very important. We have to tell our sons and daughters, not just daughters, we have to tell our sons and daughters, stop selling yourself.
Yeah.
For filthy lucre. There's nothing wrong with money, but the love of it to get what you want is wrong. Stop having babies so you don't have to go to work.
Right.
A baby can't love you until it's able to understand what love is.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't gonna love you because you having his baby, because he don't even understand what love is.
Right.
I just wanted to call and verbally agree with her, but she said some stuff there.
Yes.
And you know what?
What?
We don't want to agree because we always want to blame somebody else except for who we see in the mirror.
Right. I agree 100%. You know, when we were raised, we thought we didn't have it as good, so we're gonna raise our kids with that way better. Like if we were a little strict on our kids, like we were, and I know there's a lot of parents, my parent also was not all in the right, but still yet look how we turned out. You know what I'm saying? But look how our kids are turning out, or you know, or somewhat some kids. I wouldn't say all kids and things, but you know what I'm saying. Some kids, that's why things is happening. And she is right. You know, whether we go into church or not, we do need to bow down and start praying, and then he's gonna heal our land, because right now I'm looking at things and it's growing like wildfire. It's like kids dying. This 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 5. This baby had a freaking heart attack. Do you know when I seen that? I hadn't read that before. When I seen that, girl, I was just really ready to get on off of here and just go on in my room and shut down.
So I have a question though. So when we started, now I'm gonna tell you, my son is an adult with kids. All of my kids except one has 2 has kids and the other one doesn't. The younger one doesn't. And I tell them all the time, each of you are going to have a different story about me, but you're going to come to the same middle. My mother was a disciplinarian. She did not play with us, and she meant what she said. When they decided, my 2 older ones, that they wanted to be in the street, I gave them the street. Just what she said, I gave them a taste of the street, because there was no need for them to be in the street, because I gave them everything they had. And when they decided they wanted the street, and the street bit them a little bit, I ain't had no more problems.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you can't do that with all kids. Each child is different. Now, I'm not talking about if you came up in the household, you were a good kid and things happen. That's not what I'm speaking of.
Right.
But if you know that, listen, wait a minute, he hit me and we just started dating. I don't care if he give you a pair of Jordans, alligators, red bottoms, he can have them all, because I want to live.
Right.
We need to stop making people think that having materialistic things or whatever the case is important. It's no way you had, I don't know how many kids, and you didn't think to stop with him. See, you want to play the victim after you let your baby die at her father's hand.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
No, see,
this is, yeah, I mean, and we covered this just the other day, and then here's this one again. And to be honest with you, there was 3 more for today I'm not even speaking on.
Oh my God. You can't blame CPS. You at some point have to say enough is enough.
Right.
If you had hit him with a frying pan, a potting pan, or something, that demon would have had to stop a little bit.
And rethink. And rethink.
And you stood there and said, oh, he's beating, I watched him beat her.
Yeah.
No. He would have gotten hit with the frying pan while he was hitting her. I would have been hitting him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I just don't understand. You watched your baby die.
Right.
And
yeah.
Angel,
yeah.
You know to say is, I love you. I love you, Daddy.
Yep, I love you.
Because that was God trying to appease to him.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
But let him go to jail. He gonna wish he hadn't. Thank you for allowing me to come back on SP.
Oh, you're welcome.
Bless me out.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I got one more call, and this person had called in last week, and we didn't get their call. So I want to make sure I call this person this week back because
Hey, SP.
Hey, this is SP. We're still live. I seen that you had called.
Yeah, it's a pretty disturbing story today. I was just trying to keep my composure because, we had a incident down here yesterday where my grandson's school went on lockdown and they didn't let the parents know. I was going to video it, but heck, we couldn't get close enough because SWAT and all that was there. Yeah, but I seen this story about the little baby and I was like, what is wrong with him? And she should be in jail because what woman is going to stand there and let you continue to hit a baby?
Right.
I mean, what, is she adopted? Or what is the problem? Are they on drugs? You hit this baby constantly, and the baby saying, I love you, I'm sorry. What is a baby? She don't even know what she's sorry for. So it's just very disturbing.
And the mother said this is the sad part. The mother said he beat this little 3-year-old girl like she was a grown man.
Yeah, and that's the bad part. I would have had a brick, a hammer, a gun. I would have stopped him behind from hitting that baby because a man is strong anyway. Her little body, I'm surprised he could even take any hits.
See, mama probably just didn't want to take them licks. I would have took them licks for my child. I would have took every last one of them.
Yeah, you would tell me because I'm not going to stand there and let your bully behind you, a punk, hit on a little bitty baby. You done been taking it all these years with your behind, and you're going to let him beat your baby, or it's either you. It should have been you taking them licks, or you take him out. I said, so yeah, it's a very touchy one today. I said, poor Betty. And I said, the other young lady, I said, oh no, I felt pain. They know pain well.
Right.
And anyone that's been a little girl mistreated, your mother don't stand for you. That does come back and play a part in your life.
Right.
You don't get handled. Yeah, but that's all. I was just get back in the chat. I said, it's just decide I take a minute and just keep myself calm so my pressure don't go up.
Right. That's what I'm trying to do because I already feel mine.
Yeah. Well, you take it easy. We'll be talking soon.
All righty.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, you guys, you know what? I do want to talk about this case again. But we'll see what happens, okay? Latina says I would have to try my best to to mess him up. I was like, what word is that? You got me. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get off. Oh, Miss Val, here's your tickets. 516-557. Miss Val. You guys, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for your input. And it does open up some things, some thoughts to me. And yes, I am gonna take that advice that Lisa called in and she said, we do need to go to our children and tell them that we're sorry because we dropped the ball, we failed. And so this new generation that's coming up and they don't know how to handle these kids and they had all of these I guess they were just spoiled, they did what they want. Because I see now when a child does something, the mother is in protective mode. She just, not my kid, don't say nothing about mine, whatever. This is my last call, you guys. I gotta get off of here. Hey, this is SP.
Miss SP.
Yes.
Can you show the family a picture of me in the wheelchair?
Okay.
Can you show them how I look, please?
Okay, I sure will.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I wish I had this downloaded, but I don't have it downloaded, so you're gonna have to see it on my phone, okay? Let me find her. It's a little video with it. So I have so many phone calls. Hold on. Let me go to that one. Okay. Well, This one's doing a video, but ain't nothing going on the video. She is right there. Okay. And here's the video. Oh, she had, oh, it's a picture, but all right. You guys, and that's Miss Angie Crooks. So you guys, that's your family member. I will see you guys Monday live at 5 p.m. Central Time. Be good. Be nice to each other, you guys. All right. And look out, because I guarantee you, I think it's next week, we're going to have the giveaway on the 15th. Oh, I think that's Thursday or Wednesday. It's one of those days. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys later. All right. Bye.